And these other days are lesson days, and sometimes they're bloody lesson days, as today was. And, let's grow together. Give me your tips. And I would absolutely love to hear from other traders that are working through anything similar or have gone beyond where I'm at and can, give me guidance. And if you haven't yet achieved consistency and you have more of these days than the green days, it gets better. I used to have way more of these days. That's the truth. I mean, this summer has been up and down, which sucks, and I want to pull out of that, but I'm going to. And so then, the next slump or whatever is going to be, a little bit less than this because I'm learning through these days. And I think that is powerful.
Just a quick pause before we get into this. Trading can be intense, and staying mindful during your session matters so much. That's why I created and am sharing a free 3-part audio experience that's helped me deeply. 1, for starting your day with calm intention. 1, to stay centered while you trade. And 1, to wind down with grace when it's time to stop. These tracks are yours. Just click the link in the description. Hey, welcome back. Here at the Market Mamas podcast, I cover a wide range of topics from the intricacies of day trading to mindset mastery and psychological growth, with the goal of the conversations being next level growth for all of us. My name is Becky, and I'm a US-based futures day trader from the Pacific Northwest. My trading experience includes trading stocks, options, crypto, and futures, with both trading a personal account as well as with prop funding companies. Over time, I found that I most enjoy the fast-paced world of intraday futures trading, so that is my primary day trading focus now. Thank you for joining me on the Market Mamas podcast today.
Hey guys, so this is going to be kind of a raw, unplanned episode that I just feel like it's time to say. I had a different interview scheduled today, and we had so many connection issues that we couldn't get it locked in. And so while I was in my office and in mode to record a conversation with another trader, and that didn't work out, I think I'm just going to tell you guys about my trading day, which was red as fuck and, not my favorite. And there's a lot of lessons that can be gained from these red days, but it's hard to take sometimes. So the last 2 days I was away. It's summertime still, and I took my boys with a girlfriend. We took our kids to a water park, and it was really nice to unplug, and we played and just, I have young kids, I literally couldn't work. So I just did the water slides and the wave pool, and you have to be fully present with them. So you can't obviously be on a device at all in that mode. And so I really disconnected from the charts and had a great time experiencing family bonding time with them and creating memories. And I came home and resettled last night, did my charts, felt rested and refreshed and ready to trade today. And I got up and felt good. I kind of checked in with myself. I did my normal pre-market routine and felt ready and rested and excited to be back to the charts and kind of get some routine into today, some trading, some Market Mamas work, a nice well-rounded day. It was going to be great. And then I got to my charts and I made my pre-market plan, and I had intentions on if this level held, I would go long. If this level didn't hold, I would go short. And I just really struggled. I really struggled with the day. It started pushing right away, which gave me a bias to the short direction. And so when it pushed away, I stopped seeing her clearly, but I didn't realize that I was doing that in real time, I think. And, the price did push away hard, but then it was rebounding hard. And all I could keep kind of fixated on the beginning was that hard fall. And so overall market has been more bearish than bullish lately. And so then that added to my bearish sentiment. And anyways, on the retracement, I did get a short entry, which was briefly in profit. But then, what I missed is that we were also rotational lately, and there was a strong volume, strong buying presence when it did bottom out. And I didn't give that enough weight. There's just little lessons each day, technical chart lessons. But then also at the end of the day, there was the big psychological lessons also. So it all kind of plays into this is hard. Trading is freaking hard. It just really is. You can learn the technicals and you can learn how to trade, an edge, your system, whether it's value area trading or supply and demand or trend lines or whatever your system is. There's many repeatable, successful, profitable systems that you can learn. And I know many of them and usually can merge them together to create a really solid trade plan for the day and have had, many, many months of consistent payouts. And to be honest, I'm in a slump and it fucking sucks. It sucks to know that you have an edge that has been repeatable for weeks on end, where you can either take small losses or really consistent wins, and it adds up and your accounts grow and you can skim off the top and pay yourself and plan these vacations and that's great. That's like the promised land. That's like a wonderful place to be as a trader. And it doesn't always hold always in my history so far. As for me as a trader, like I can struggle. And I think that this summer, I don't know if it's what exact hot mess of a mix it is that's contributing to this, trading outcome slump that I'm in, but it's been a lot to work through. And I have been trying to put energy on my psychological growth and like stabilizing my emotions and kind of digging into a little bit on the root cause of the, angst that I can get when I'm in trades, and the urge to lock in profits faster and the urge to fix it when I go red. Like those have been some hurdles as a trader that I am trying to get better at, to hold my winners to farther targets and not be so nervous about it coming back on me when I know I'm in a good trade, when the data is supporting my trade. I struggle holding those trades longer. And then on the flip side of that, if I take a red trade, I struggle with revenge trading and wanting to fix it to be a consistently profitable trader and get myself into a green trade as soon as possible so that I can kind of let go of that red trade from my mind, from my psychology, from my day, let it just not be a factor because the day ended beautifully. That was what I did today, as I was unable to, take that red trade and then really just step back, take a break, focus on what I could have done better in that trade, and then refocus and reorganize my plan moving forward. Because then I proceeded to just, I continued to trade my plan. To be fair, I did stay current with the data and I talked out loud what the market was doing and why I got stopped out and what it was showing me now. But then I took my second trade opportunity based on when a level held. And then that trade also bombed. It went against me because it just, there wasn't enough strength for that trade either. And so it just was a choppy day a little bit. And there was some big candles mixed in with the chop. And so those are what took my stops is, it chopped and it made me think like the trade was holding and you just need to give it a little bit of time. And then it flew through my stop loss on both my first two trades. And like that happens, like that needs to be a part of being a trader and a part of the experiences that we'll take and that the lessons that we'll learn. But it just sucks, like I have had a few profitable days in a row. And so then today is just 3 red trades. And it's like, damn it. You know what I mean? Like I want it to not be, I want it to not affect me psychologically and just know that this day is going to be red. And to be honest with you, I'm not there yet. I'm not that good of a stable trader yet. And I think part of it is that I really freaking want this. Like I really fucking want to be a consistently profitable trader whose system is easily repeatable day over day and fluxes with the market conditions and bears in mind all of the important things. And I think the part that frustrates me is that it's almost there, like I have nice chunks of time where it feels really good. And then I have these little setbacks and I'm like, no, thank you. Like I want to get back to being steady. But then I think the thinking about how I'm not steady also messes with me because it makes me think that I'm in fix it mode. So then I'm craving being better instead of just recognizing that I'm good. Taking a red trade, I've said this in a million videos, is not in and of itself a bad thing. It's just feedback. The market is giving you feedback that it's not ready to do this trade plan that you were planning for at that moment. And that's totally fine. Like that is the work of being a trader. We're going to lose some, we're going to win some. We just need to focus on our process and manage our risk and take the hits when they come. And it's not supposed to be perfect. And nothing in life is supposed to be perfect. That's kind of the beauty of it, is that you can't always tell the future and you just have to do the best with the moment that you have in front of you. And that's really beautiful, honestly, to know that we have that much fluidity and potential and excitement of what the day and the world and your life might bring, and to show up every day and put forth the energy in the areas that you think will most serve you. That's really an exciting opportunity that we all have if we choose to push it. And day trading is absolutely pushing that. To be honest, there's very few things in this world in terms of work and career pursuits that are this full of potential. I mean, entrepreneurship and day trading are similar in that way, that like you just show up and you try hard and you put your heart and soul into it and you add all this extra shit and you get all these people around you that help support you and bring you up and teach you what you think that you need to know. And then over time, you weed out what isn't serving you and you bring in more of what is, and you learn who your true core people are that really uplift and support you. And it grows and it evolves and it turns into this beautiful world. Like I truly love the trading world that I have created, the people that I have around me, the support systems and the conversations that I have. it's amazing. It's like this whole experience that I didn't know I was missing before I got into trading. And I don't ever want to not have that because I want to keep building it and growing it and get better and better and better. And of course, I want the profits that come with that. Like I'll be very happy to, pay for a couple months in Europe with trading money, but I'm not there yet. And the days like today where I just can't hit a moving target to save my life, they freaking hurt. Like at the third trade that hit max daily loss, like I just, the tears started welling in my eyes and I shut my shit off, and my kids were all up and they had some food in front of them. So they were eating and they were fine. And I just honestly went back to bed because it's hard when you really pour your heart into something and you want it to work and you really are doing the things, like I'm trying to meditate and I journal my trades and I talk to my people and I show up with my mentor and there's a lot of shit out there on YouTube, including my channel, about all the things that you can do to support you as a trader, as a growing trader. And I do them. Like I show up and I do them, and I'm still taking losses time to time, and I'm still having setbacks in my accounts. My equity curve is not a perfect straight line, which they aren't generally. Like that's not as realistic in the first couple of years. And so it's like logically, I know that that's fine, and I'm still growing and evolving, and I'm nowhere near the crazy all over the place trader a couple of years ago when I didn't even understand what I didn't understand. Now I know enough to really be good. And so now it's just the fine tuning work and accepting these red days. And so today I just had a minute where I did experience the emotional fall of that sucks. It sucks to show up ready, refreshed from taking time with my kids, balanced in my life and my schedule, slept hard last night because I was so tired, and then got up and made a plan, felt good about it, traded the levels to the best that I could, the entries, the best entries I could. I managed them the best of my ability. And it just, was my accounts just took a big old hit today. And that's the outcome. That is what it is. The market is closing in 4 minutes. It's 12:56 where I am right now. And so the day is done. It's locked in. This blood red color. And tomorrow I'm going to get up again, 5:30 again. I'm going to make my plan and I'm going to trade to the best of my ability because, maybe it's a glutton for punishment. Maybe as early day traders that refuse to quit, we're a little masochistic momentarily here and there because it's painful some days. Some days are painful. Like today, I legit cried in my coffee, and I'm not ashamed of that because it's part of the growth for me. Like some people aren't criers. Some people release in other ways. Like I've never broken a keyboard, which is good. But, I let it out in other ways. I still experience strong emotional swings, and I'm far from perfect. And I don't want to bury that necessarily because maybe someone else needs to hear that, even when you're making profits, there's going to be days that you're just real sad about. You're frustrated and sad and you had a good plan and you felt good and you did all the things and you still didn't make it in terms of points. And my good friend Waji actually called me after, and I was literally crying when she called and I answered. And, she did a really nice little one-on-one reminder of you can't let this define you and you can't sit in those negativities because the more you think what the fuck am I doing? These are questions that I was asking myself when I was crying. What the fuck am I doing? Am I good enough to be a day trader? If I am a consistently profitable trader, then why, am I not every day green? Not green. Every day, at least, better than today. Should I have this podcast? Should I be putting out content, that is hopefully supporting and inspiring other traders to keep pushing and succeeding and doing their best and refining to get better? Am I worthy enough to hold that space? And she reminded me of you can't let those thoughts live in your head because that takes over the mental headspace. And ain't nobody got time for that shit. If we are really going to try and keep showing up, and I know I'm not quitting. There was a time in my first couple of years where I debated, and that time has come and gone. And there's not a chance in hell that I'm not going to do this. And so then why should I allow my mind to go to that negative space? I can't sit in those tears for starters. My kids needed the rest of their breakfast and I had to get on with my day. And I had, a class with my community, and I had an interview that, I had connection issues with, whatever, but I had Market Mama's work to do today, and you can't stay down. You got to take a punch and get the fuck back up and wipe it off and put on some makeup for a camera and, do the best we can. And that's what that's my reality. as Becky, host of Market Mama's Trader Psychology podcast. Today I wiped my tears and I made pancakes, and then I am here with y'all, just keeping it real. And I don't think that there needs to be shame in that, and I'm not going to cry on camera because I already got them all out today, I think. Not that I'm opposed to that, but I don't want to go back there because Waji is right. It's not worth my time and energy to wallow or allow negativity in or whatever. Like, I have come a long ways as a trader. That's just a fact. Like, I can see the market better. I have dialed in my edge. I understand more than I sometimes give myself credit for how the market is moving and what is telling me. And sometimes in hindsight, it's more clear, and sometimes I can catch it in real time. And the more I just pay attention in real time and then also review my day in hindsight, the more it's going to continue to get more clear. And this period right now, I also have to give myself grace, because part of my goal this summer with Market Mamas being the solo host and trading and 3 kids, like, I just have to remember that I'm spread thin some days, sometimes, and that needs to be a balance for me. I got to be able to, take off 2 days to take the kids to the water park and then come back and have a red day. And who cares? Like, I'm still having a beautiful week. Like, looking at my kids' faces, they just lit up. Like, my middle, I went down so many slides with him, and he's literally zipping down this water slide with me on this tube. And he's like, "This is the best thing ever." And, my little mom heart about exploded. Like, I couldn't even experience the water slide because I was just so happy that I was in that moment with my son, having these memories. And for them, they're going to remember this summer as the day we went to the beach and the lake and the water park and we played in the backyard pool. And for me, like, holding on to that energy is so much more grounding than holding on to the tears of a red trading morning. And so I just, I think to have balance in your life and to make sure, if you're a trader, you're not wholly sucked into the chart, because that could swallow you alive. Like, this morning I traded for an hour and I took 3 red trades, and I felt like I was falling down a dark hole for a minute. To live in that experience, like, I hope that none of you are. And if you are, like, reach out to someone, like phone a friend, like, let someone in your life tell you that you're still learning, and it's okay to learn, and it's okay to still be refining and growing, and for hindsight to teach you. And then the next several trading days, you'll maybe catch it a little bit sooner. And I think that that is just how we grow. And, I speak on day trading as if I know things, and I know some things, but I still am learning more. So if anyone's listening to this and you have any tips for me, please share, because it's still hard for me regularly. And I'm still not going to quit, and I'm still going to keep showing up, even when it is like a gut punch that brings tears to my eyes, because I can take it. And I have experienced the other side of that, where I study really hard and I set up and I have a really good plan, and then I fully capitalize on it and I have a sick P&L for that day. And that is where I choose to remember my power. And these other days are lesson days, and sometimes they're bloody lesson days, as today was. And, let's grow together. Give me your tips. And I would absolutely love to hear from other traders that are working through anything similar or have gone beyond where I'm at, and can, give me guidance. And if you haven't yet achieved consistency and you have more of these days than the green days, like, it gets better. Like, I used to have way more of these days. That's the truth. I mean, the summer has been up and down, which sucks, and I want to pull out of that, but I'm going to. And so then, the next slump or whatever is going to be, a little bit less than this, because I'm learning through these days. And I think that that is powerful. So I'm going to stop here. Thanks for being here with me at Market Mamas and listening to the mom in me just doing the best that I can, the trader in me, the entrepreneur in me, all the hats that we choose to wear because we want to do some cool shit. And this is the avenue that we've picked as day traders. So let's just keep pushing, and I am here for it. And, I'm going to put this episode out as soon as I can get it turned around, and maybe it will speak to someone else who needs to hear it and also is kind of working through some of these harder days. So I believe in us, because, you are choosing to watch content on the internet that says that day trading is really hard and to keep at it, and that we can do it even on through the red days. So that just shows right there that you're dedicated as well. So let's do this. Take care and happy trading, and give yourself grace, and try to remember to focus on the beautiful moments, like your little children or your hobbies or whatever brings you joy outside of trading, this as well as the nice trading days too. So that's the balance that helps me stay sane. Take care, everyone. Bye.